Hello once again, Strat fans. It's Karl Strat, the Strategy Extraordinaire here, and we're back with our Empire Let's Play for Total War Warhammer 3. So, where we left off, we're in a lot better position. Got several armies on the move. Got Boris over here. Got the Red Duke down here, threatening Marionbird, but I don't think he's got a sufficient force to really cause anything, because it's heavily attritioned. So I'm not really worried about him. Down south, Balthazar beat up one that Balthazar won that battle last time against I think it was Scrag the Slaughterer. Yeah, Scrag the Slaughterer. So we're going to try to mop up his orc camp here, and his ogre camp here, and then take that orc camp. And we're just going to start an offensive down here and try to hand them over to the border princes again, to make a buffer state. Because if we could save the border princes, that's one thing, but if they were already destroyed, then we wouldn't bother saving them. We would just incorporate them into the empire. Now, I would make more money if I was keeping these provinces, but I feel like having powerful dwarven allies really does help, especially because the having the dwarves alive with their units being able to create a buffer state helps a lot. Especially, it's like this whole mountain range here will be covered in dwarves that are friendly to me, meaning I only have to worry about the north, the south, and the east. Which, to be frank, I'm creating a buffer state with Bretonnia as well, and maybe even the Wood Elves too. That really makes the east not so much a problem, which is just north and south. And if I create a strong border prince, or even help the dwarves go down here, that'll be the south, and I'll only have to worry about the Northmen. Which Kislev right now is still alive, but Katerin is struggling up in the north. She's only got 2 cities. Where's Prague? Prague still stands. There's Archaon. He's got 19 stack with a couple exalted heroes and a chaos sorcerer of Zinch. I don't know what his army's like, but he's definitely at war with Prague. He's not at war with Katerin yet. Jeez. Katerin, you need to confederate Prague so that you can keep them away. But you never know what the AI is going to do. Alright, so let's make some moves. Boris, get closer to the Red Duke. I will eventually send maybe Boris or someone else across the sea to take out to siege Albion and take it from the Shadow Legion, because Bellicor will spawn again, and he's the chief antagonist for them. He's the one that we have to snipe. Alright, so I will encamp, and then next turn we'll have to cross this river and hopefully fight this ogre camp. Now he's going down here to attack Barak Var. I think we have a sufficiently good force. We're still holding up here with Karl Franz, because again, Azag has a pretty hefty force, and even though I'm sure I could take care of it, it's his Wa army that scares me. So I want to have another army if I can to really help him out. Alright, so we do have a couple missions. I think only one of them is an actual battle when we get Beast Slayer, which is okay, but that's against the Norskins. Alright, so let's end turn. First turn for this episode. Yeah, it's starting to get to a point of the campaign where if we could federate 1 or 2 more provinces, we may trigger an endgame scenario. I'm hoping that we can consolidate the empire, win our main campaign victory before that, and then when we return later on, if you guys like this, we can return after to do the full domination victory, and that's when we'll have all the crises happen, and because it gets wild in the intern with how these intern crises can happen. All right, so even though I'll be stagnant, I'll still accept the Confederation because I need Nordland. And there we go. We're stagnant, and that's only minus growth. But now we got 2 provinces added, as well as a bunch of armies that I'm probably just gonna delete.
I trust no man.
That's a witch hunter. Gonna use a witch hunter. He's not really that good. He's got an accusation, which is a pretty big debuff, but he's not really that good as a fighter, so I usually don't use them. Yeah, I'm just gonna no. All right. Oh well, there's Theodric Gauser right there. We'll send you back to Salzmund.
No, not until Hexenstadt.
Because I think he's the Lictor Count. Let's delete this bottom tier army. Like that. Oh, they need first. Yeah, we'll have that. No. All right. Sometimes the AI doesn't build their stuff the way you want, so you have to manually do it for them. All right, Black Pit, Wrecker's Point. All right, and that'll do. I think that's all. So we gained an extra 1,000, so that's good. All right, gain an extra $1,000. Always good to see. And whenever we can, we have to make sure we build some income buildings, build some defense buildings, so that we can keep the money going up, as well as increase trade when we can. Yeah, he's still sitting there. Oh, but my dwarven ally is moving. So if Ungrim moves out,
I am the Slayer King.
maybe I can attack. I'll only attack if I get reinforced, though, because I don't want. Again, it could be. It's like a 50-50 chance. It could be nothing. He could have nothing really spectacular in that army, but I'm not willing to take that chance. You know, I'm really not willing to take that chance in case he does have something in that army that could cause an issue. Because he did spawn it in the mountains, so he has a possibility when Wa armies spawn, especially in a mountain range, they have possibility to spawn like dragons or to spawn like trolls, giants, you know, units that could do some damage to my guys. Even though I'm sure, you know, my heavily gunpowdery force would still be able to wreck them. On top of that, he does have a garrison, and he's got this army and the Wa army. This army isn't particularly too fearsome. It's got the stone trolls, which of course are pretty fearsome, and Agzag himself has all of his abilities, and I think he's on his. I think he's mounted too. He's probably because he's mounted on Skullmuncha. So we're gonna have to nuke him. But we also have to nuke these trolls, and if he has trolls in the Wa army, that's going to cause a lot of problems. Strat fans, a lot of problems. So the sooner I get support, the better. All right, well we'll mop up this camp here. That should be an easy, decisive, or not. Okay, well I guess we'll fight it because I don't want to lose all these guys. So we'll fight it. I know I could do it without losing any guys, especially not that much. I might lose one unit. If I play defensively and just soak them with fire, I'll be able to kill them easily. Sucks that this is one of the battles. But hey, it's a minor settlement. I mean, they have Noblars and 1 ogre bulls, and then 1 ogre. So I know they have no chance. It's just I'm going to try to pick them off without losing a lot of units. Thing is, they have defenses too, so...
Show us the foe! Ready for war! The Empire endures!
The Empire endures!
Yes, General! My orders stand! Hand gunners! Armed and ready! The Empire endures! Spearmen! We are ready!
Obey!
No.
Very well!
Put these two guys here. Alright, and then the Luminarch back here. Alright. Start the battle. Luminarch. Target him. Hand gunners. Target him. These guys. Target him.
Yes!
Target them. Yeah, that's already causing a lot of damage. Look at that. Alright. Yeah, he's not in range.
Lord of metal!
To battle!
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Moving now!
Alright, let's cost down another Searing Doom. Now do some damage to bulls as well as some damage to the Noblars, which is always good. We'll do the hounds now. I'll do a close-up of the hounds because they actually look pretty cool, pretty neat. I don't know if that's scary or tantalizing because they're dropping gold pieces everywhere. Well, they started to run now. See?
Ready for war! Go!
Balthazar Gelt!
Yes, sir! For the twin-tailed comet! Take position! At speed! Reynolds in, we're ready! Great cannon! No lingering!
Ready! War!
I speak!
Let's land.
See to it!
That'll do with them.
Ready for war!
We just got to get our guys in there. Maybe I'll get my Cav in there to cap it. And they're the Knights some more. Again, I love the state troops because these are awesome. These Knights some more. If you don't know anything about the Empire lore, Mor is like their god of the dead. So like he's supposed to like watch over their dead. You know.
Wrath on them!
Let's do final transmutation on him. And boom. We'll do that Searing Doom on that. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage.
Listen up! No lingering! Obey!
For Heldenhammer!
Yep. And that'll do with him. Plague of Rust. I don't think he's got a nice amount of armor, so now he doesn't. Now he has 30. Yep. See, I told you we could win this without losing anybody. So this is technically counts as a clutch because again we fooled the Autoresolve.
Fallen staff!
All right, decisive. I don't think we lost anybody. Nope, no losses. No losses. See how you could fool the Autoresolve sometimes by playing the actual battle, and you can take less losses, especially if you know the right tactics. And I know how to play the Empire really well, so you can. You know what units are best against some situations. The Empire does take some L's from certain units because certain units, like my infantry, they're going to take casualties. Even my great swords are not perfect. They're going to take some heavy casualties sometimes, especially when trying to hold the line against infantry that's bigger than them. They technically don't do well against monstrous infantry, but they'll still hold. They'll still hold a lot faster, or, I mean a lot better than swordsmen or spearmen. But the Empire's real strength is in its guns, its ranged power, its magic, and all of that. It doesn't have a big cavalry force, but cavalry does help too. But it's their artillery combined with their gunpowder weapons that really makes the Empire stand out. And that's what makes them great. But you have to be able to survive the initial stages. Okay, great standard of sundering. Okay. I might get rid of that though. And that will take care of that camp. Alright, and he got a couple things. He killed that. Let's see, I think that's only a tier 1 settlement.
Do not waste my potential.
Yeah, it's a tier 1.
I am the supreme patriarch.
If we don't lose anybody, I'll auto-resolve it. But again, probably be better if we just fight it. Even though it's against goblins, so we might take some casualties this time. Let's see if it's an open field battle. Yeah, it's a field battle, so I'm just gonna fight it again. We might be able to fit the sneak 3 battles into this one, Stratfans. Even though I know these aren't the most impressive battles, they're still fun for me, and showing you guys how you can fool with the auto-resolve really gets me off. Because the auto-resolve sometimes will just be unfair with what it thinks, because it's just Warhammer. It's just the game anticipating what the casualties would be, you know, what your tactics would be, how it would be, but it's really what you perform in the field that shows the game, you know, 1-4. Now, we do have 1 or 2 possible problem units, but I don't think we'll have that many problems. I have these spears on the side.
For Heldenhammer!
Come on.
Ready for war! Great swords!
Alright.
By all
Got these
rich
guys
wrath!
here.
At your
Those
service!
guys there.
We are Sigmar's heir! At your service! Outriders!
And then the
The
Luminarch.
Temple of Luminarch!
By Ulrich's will.
Alright, let's start deployment. Those guys face those guys. Those guys go around here. Those guys face... Oh, we'll just wait for them.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Alright.
I am supreme. Go. On way.
Yeah, see the Wolf Riders?
Take the ground.
Let's see if we can... Yeah, we want to try to make it instant if we can. Because that's how we can catch more people.
Yes. To battle. Moving faster.
Nah, that's not going to do much.
Find the enemy.
Alright, and if they move out of the way, hopefully they'll move forward. No, they'll move to the side. Okay.
Take position.
Again, it helps. And these spells, they cost a lot, but Balthazar started with a nice, healthy pool.
Formation, march.
Standing
We'll have the
by.
motors focus
Yes,
on those
General.
guys.
For Heldenhammer.
Hand gunners!
At speed.
Alright, and that'll catch them.
Detachments move. Quick march.
Yeah, Balthazar's getting some good hits in.
The Empire endures!
We'll do that just to protect those guys in case they get caught up.
Full and staff!
Attack!
Yes!
The Empire endures!
Moving now!
Another good tactic to practice is this one, throwing in a hero or single entity and just peppering the enemy around you, because a spell like that really helps, and it does little damage to single entities.
Soldiers of the Empire!
So it does help.
Lord of metal!
Sigma! For the Warhammer! For the Warhammer!
Balthazar Gelt!
Sigma, guide our fire!
Let's do that on the orcs.
Go! Charge!
The Empire endures! Swordsman! Sigma! Our weapons are yours! Pick your targets! Sigma, guide our fire! Formation, march! Prepare for combat!
Bow before me!
Alright, we'll wipe out those archers there. That should wipe them out. Yeah, that'll do it.
Handgunners!
And then we got the handgunners, and there we go. Look, barely lost anybody. Because again, we did proper tactics, we caught them in the open, and it's a lot easier to pull a clutch victory on a small force than a bigger force. Because when they have more units to throw, you know, later in the battle, that's when they can start to that's when they can start to throw units that are, you know, fresh up against your tired ones, and that's why they perform less. But look, we only took 34 losses. We chewed them up a lot. You know, Balthazar himself got 152 kills. He's really good, and he buffs up his unit's armor, so even these low tier units still seem like mid tier. But they'll seem better once we outfit him with better troops. We just have to wait on that a little bit. Like, he has some good troops, he has some alright troops, he has some meh troops, and then he has some shit troops that he makes into meh troops. Alright. Alrighty. But I always like having Balthazar because of his Lord bonus, as well as, you know, his skill tree. Once you unlock it, you know, he gets a lot of bonuses to his units. He buffs up his units a lot, and he's a good magic user. Lore metal isn't the best, but it is useful. Alright, so we took that. Secured the Black Mountains.
Do not waste my potential.
I won't Balthazar. Alright, then we'll up that. Once he gets Quicksilver, he'll be a lot better. Let's do not as good. I like armor 29 for the Lord's Army, all that. It's really good. Just work on that. Having of that. Do have some of these that we could recruit. Alright, so we've taken them out. We're just gonna go down here with Balthazar. Let's see.
I will marshal the men.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you there, Franz. Let's see. We'll wait on that one, but we will do Council Burgermeisters. All right. Oh well, Lewin already beat the Red Duke up here, so
It is for the best.
let's finish him off. Yeah, finish him off without losing anybody. Great. All right. They need to take Mousillon, and that'll be the end of the Red Duke. And I think I'll be able to send Boris out on his conquer spree of Albion. So let's actually do that.
Onwards!
That way we can deal with we can deal with Bellicor, so he doesn't become a problem. All right. Let's see. We'll upgrade. Yeah, Krugenheim. And we'll put that there. Alright. So now we've secured the north. We just have, I think it's just... Alright, we have to select I'm going to do Theodric Gauser. And then he has the Nordland Runefang, which causes direct damage to enemies. Crow Feeder. As well as the electric count of Nordland. Income from raiding all armies. Income from tariffs plus 20. That's really good. Look at that. Oh, I did that quite a bit. It is quite a bit. So we might not be able to get to Azag. I'll see what my ally does. Oh. Sure, we'll trade. We'll trade, Cathay. I'm glad that you finally see it my way. So, I'm hoping to be able to consolidate most of the Empire before any endgame events happen. And once we take out Azag here, we're really not going to have much threats other than the north. And we're going to start going up north to help Kislev out, because they need to secure Hell Pit, and they need to stop Archaon, who is just continuing to move further south. And I can't have him do that because I'm currently dealing with another problem. So I can't have him do that. And if he does that, I mean, yeah, he's only got 19 units. But still, I don't need another enemy right now. Alright. Got 10,000. Gee, I have no fears about Reichland holding. No fears at all, because I know they'll be able to hold. It's just the other provinces I'm not so confident about. Okay, he went and sent an agent against him. Yeah, he's got it to tier 2 already.
Sigmar compels us.
Alright. Crooked Moon do have a guy there. Let's see. You got tier 4. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I don't see them taking it. They still have the wall set on Zufbar, but I don't think that's going to be realistic. Orcs. I'm sorry. I don't think that's realistic. I'm sorry, but I really don't. Alright, so come on, Gauser. Let's get back to Nordland. I know you wanted to beat up some Norskins, but it's fine. I think they're currently fighting who are they fighting? Are they fighting anyone? I don't think they are. Oh, they're fighting. He's fighting Wintertooth. Okay. I was about to say, I thought he was fighting someone. Well, these are both 10. All three of these are 10. I don't know why that's not counted. For some reason, it's not in my red book, even though he's part of my... Oh, probably because of my mod. That's probably why. Alright. We'll probably have enough for one more turn, but I doubt we'll be able to actually do the fight. We might have it set up, though, for an epic fight against the orcs here. Sorry that the two fights this episode were those less epic fights, but got to see some cool magic, and we did do some really cool, like, I did show you how the Autoresolve is not always 100% correct. Sometimes, though, it just depends on the units you have. If you're confident, you know how to deal with it. No, I'm not going to accept that, Arcan. I like my head where it is, thank you, and Cetra will behead me if I even talk to you, so, sorry. But yeah, so, that's where we're going to probably leave it off, because they didn't initiate over the end turn. We'll probably just set it up so that we're ready for next time, for next Friday, and then we'll have that. Man, yeah. Okay. Kind of talk. Yeah, we'll do that to increase our authority to 1. There we go. That helps. Oh, geez. The wild hunt begins. Oh, but it wasn't. Whew. I thought it was the endgame crisis. Ah, boy.
The Waker.
But it began. So did they do their... Their whole shtick, or I don't know. Oh, no, behave more aggressively. Okay, so that is the end game, but he's allied to me, so I don't think that's going to cause too much aversion, at least for the start. Yeah, now we got 6K.
The Empire.
All right. Let's see, he didn't move any closer, but I can move this guy closer. In fact, I can move him right outside.
To battle!
And then if I do this,
I am Franz.
so look at that. We have our reinforcements. All right.
Men, war calls.
So let's go initiate it. Okay, so up. His wall army. Okay, he's got a lava electronarch spider. He's got goblin wolf riders. Got a bunch of chariots and some more gobos and all that, but the settlement garrison is pitiful. And it'd just be me and Krieger reinforcing me in like 2 minutes. Let's see. I think it's a settlement, minor settlement, or it could be an open field battle. Let's just give it a moment. No, it's a minor settlement. All right, that makes it a lot more juicier. So, with that, Strat fans, we will have to conclude today. I'm sorry. I know you guys wanted to see it, but rest assured, next Friday we'll start off with this big battle, and it'll be the opening topper for it. So, I hope you enjoyed the show today, Strat fans. Keep it strategic. Colonel out.